Hello, and welcome to another video. I have done this one in the past, but this is very much a quick one. This is going to be on the cheap as well. Fish and chips. Now, this is the fish we're using. I've just dried it, unfrozen it, dried it. I mean, it's basa. Okay. People are going to go, yeah, don't like basa. Some people have told me it's disgusting. In Australia, you can't eat it because it's dirty. Listen, cod's expensive. This 6 fillets, big and large fillets, should I add, cost me the same as buying 1 pack of small cod fillets, which are about sort of that big. So, you know, it feeds a family of, well, actually it's a family of 5 today. But there we go. So we start with drying our fish, we've defrosted it, it's drying there. We're going to create 2 things. Not a lot of room, okay, but here we go. Moving over, okay, so what we're going to do a dry dredge and then a wet batter. And I think what I'll do, yeah, I'll leave it that way. So the dry dredge, which I'm not, oh God, that's really not good. Let me go over here. So the dry dredge is going to be plain flour, that's it. Don't need a lot, it's just going to be probably too much there. Seasoned flour, okay. And this is all cheap, you know, there's no expensive salt in this. Salt, pepper, that's it. You could flavour this with turmeric. I'm reusing the oil, so I don't really want too much flavour going into my oil because it cooks and fries everything. Give that a twist, okay. The next one is to make our wet batter, which as per usual, as is my typical way, is I haven't got organised. So what we're going to do 1 cup. Now, the thing is, there is a recipe here, 1 cup, 3/4 of water, and 1/4 teaspoon roughly of baking powder. But what we're going to do, I'm going to cheat that recipe a little bit. So there's my 1 cup. Baking powder. Give me a second. Right, scratch that with no bicarbonate of soda. That's alright though. Okay, no baking soda. So what? We're just going to do it with water, flour, seasoning. All the baking soda does is make it a little bit airy, a little bit lighter, and that's fine. But we'll work with it. Oh well. And these things happen. Sorry, nipping out for the soda. These things do happen, you know, you plan a meal and you go, oops, I haven't got that in. Well, this is a good one because you don't actually need the bicarb of soda. So, I go for roughly at first glance, I'll go for around 3/4 cup. That's what the recipe says. Okay, so we're going to rinse that in. And that's definitely not 3/4 cup. And all we're doing, we're going to keep adding water. This recipe is obviously sucks because it says 3/4, and obviously you saw 3/4. It was just rock solid. What we're going for a kind of pancake consistency, but not too wet that it's not going to stick. But the not sticking is more about quickness because the fish is going to be dredged, so there'll be something for the batter to cling on. That might be a bit too thin, but we're going to give it a go. So, that's that. Now, with the rack, my pan is too full. So, we're going to do our little test. Our little test is this. And if it starts fizzing, which it is doing, just a couple of more minutes there. So yeah, this is cheap, and it's cheap for a reason. We're cutting out all the expense, you know, making our own mushy peas, cheap basa, and of course, if you're doing it on the cheap, nothing's better than these chip shop mushy peas. So, bread and butter. Now, thing is, bread and butter wise at the moment, yes, people are going to go, boo, you should be having bread and butter. Not for us at the moment. I can't eat a lot of white bread. I don't think sourdough is really the go-to to make a chip butter. Lad's dairy intolerant, and same reason with the sourdough. So you don't need bread. But yes, of course, most people do serve a traditional Friday night tea of fish and chips with lashings of bread and butter. But yeah, we're going to cheat this one. What we're going to do, is that one done. Oh. So, let me make some room over here. Currently, song of choice, don't worry, be happy. Be happy, be happy now. Now these bats will take no longer than sort of 10 minutes. So I have to do 2. Now I haven't got 2 live, so all we're going to do, make sure that this fish is well and truly coated. Nice and coated, and then we're going to baste it. And I'm probably not showing enough of that, so there we go. Just going to give it a good old soak, and obviously you can see it is sticking, so it's fine for us. And obviously any Brit knows that if there are issues and that batter falls off into your mix, then you get delicious scraps. Scraps, we call them up north. So what I'm going to do, very gently. Now what it is, we're going to make sure that this doesn't stick to the bottom. So we're going to gently lower it in like so. And then we're quickly going to go in with another, very quickly. So you can see that frying away nicely there. And then going with our next one. Always layering away to yourself, because that way it doesn't splash back, which unfortunately I have forgotten that rule now and again, and it certainly comes back to bite you in the face, so to speak. So those are cooking. They're going to take about 10 minutes each. I've got an oven on preheat just to keep it warm, because obviously I'm cooking more than one. So while that's cooking, on to the best part of any fish and chip meal, other than the fish and the messy counter. We're obviously going to go for, oh, that's really dark, isn't it? I think I need to get a light back in here. So, a tartar sauce. So please forgive me, I've got this battered old, and it is a battered old mini blender, but it does the trick for what I want. Okay, so what we do in here, we are going to put, I like that really vinegary taste. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to let vinegar go in with it. So I'm going to go through 2 or 3 generous tablespoons of capers. And then I don't have large ones, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go about sort of little mini cornichons I suppose. Lots of them. Okay, a couple of them. I'm just going to chop them up, just makes it easy to blend. Okay, and whilst doing that we're still always going to check on that fish, okay. So as you can see that's cooking along nicely. But we're going to keep turning it ever so gently, just to make sure that it cooks all the way around. That's beautiful, that's coming along nicely. Back to the tartar sauce. So I've got the vinegar in there. You could put lemon juice, I want to put a little squeeze, but there is already some vinegar from the capers and the gherkins. So the thing is, it's about 4 or 5 tablespoons, maybe more, maybe 6 of mayonnaise there. I'm going to go back to that if I'm not happy with the consistency. And of course, because I bought lemons in, I mean you could put a little squeeze of lemon juice. That's fine, a little squeeze of lemon juice. But we do actually have proper lemons. So, oh, I'm using a really blunt knife. And all I'm going to do, and the reason I'm cupping my hand underneath is to ensure that those little pips don't come anywhere near my sauce. There you go, that's done. Now, I'm not going to put salt in that. I'm going to put salt in that because you've got those capers in there. Capers are extremely salty. What I couldn't get hold of was dill, but that's fine because what we can do, okay, is we can just put a generous helping of parsley. I'm not even going to chop that up because that is going to get chopped up. The parsley into the dill is a perfect substitute. Now I'm embarrassed by my mini blender. It looks like you wouldn't even buy it in a charity shop even if you were struggling. So over in the distance, I'm just going to very quickly here is the parsley refusing to chop. Right, there we go. There's our delicious sauce. I mean, obviously, I'm going to put it in a little bowl now. Oh, that's really, really nice. Really nice. Just right balance. In fact, just lacking a bit of tart. So I'm gonna just put a bit more vinegar in it. There we go. Faceless chef. Easy, lovely tartar sauce. Please forgive me, I've got to do my usual quick photo time for the gram, as they say. So I'll do that and I'll come back to you in a second. So whilst I've been doing all that imagery, if we switch up here, you can see now that fish, oh God, if I can get a focus working, and I'm not because I think there's too much going on. Let's zoom in. There you are, that beautiful, you can see that beautiful golden crisp now. We're about 10 minutes, that's fine. You can turn it one more time. So as I said, whilst this is cooking, we've got a little oven on preheat. Okay. And that's coming on absolutely beautifully well. You can see that. Look at that crisp golden batter. So a batter does take about 10 minutes to fry. It's got a batter on there. So I'll leave it 10 minutes. What we'll do 2 more. That's absolutely bang on. They'll take about 10 minutes to fry. Obviously you can, you know, do the cut check on one if you really want to check. 10 minutes, and then we're going to leave them to dry out on this so they don't go soggy. And now the fish has been done, I've got these delicious things. My own recipe triple cooked chips. Well, I wouldn't say it's my own recipe. It's a recipe from God knows where. My recipe for triple cooked chips. There will be a link in the description below. I'm not going to redo the video and show you because, well, I've done it once and it's there. One thing I did miss, and I did put it in the second batch of fish going in, seasoning in the batter. So obviously you can have it without. I mean, there was seasoning in the flour, okay. But if you want a little bit less, more flavour in that batter, obviously add a bit of salt at least to the batter mix. So before everybody says, you didn't put salt and pepper in, well, I did, I just did it a bit late. But there you go, there's my excuse. These are the chips cooking now. While that's cooking, I'm going to use Chef Mike for my peas. Beep, beep. And that's it, done. So this video is 15 minutes long-ish. Probably less than that, from plate to serving. And, oh, well, yeah, you can't watch chips all day. I'll come back to you when everything's cooked. Oh, just try a chip there. Obviously, we have our peas. Nobody wants to see plates of peas. But here's some of our beautiful triple cooked, crispy triple cooked chips. And they are crispy. I've just kind of give myself a 3rd-degree burn to trying one. Not doing a good job at balancing them, okay, but there. Obviously, no tea will be without fish and chips. Salt and vinegar, fish and chips. Salt and vinegar, yeah. No malt, so that one will have to do, that vinegar will have to do. Oops, I am just knocking things everywhere, okay. And as it's being in the oven, okay. And I have checked one of these, okay. I'm going to give a delicious piece of fish. And then on top of that, a piece of lemon. And there we go. A very simple, quick, easy, delightful, easy to make fish and chips. Whatever's on your plate this evening, please do eat what you enjoy and enjoy what you eat. And please hit that subscribe button and tell me what's on your plates. Got a bit ahead of myself there. Did you spot what I missed? Because I did. I missed. Some of the delicious tartar sauce. And now we have a delicious, cheap, easy fish and chips. But I'm not going to repeat myself. You heard me before. Please leave a comment below. See you next episode. As usual, don't forget, wherever or whenever you are viewing this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Click the links to the right to see some more of my beautiful, delicious recipes. Give that notification bell a ring to be informed of future content. And last but not least, comment below what's on your plates.